It's another glorious day in Colorado. I can't help but sit out here and make this video outside. So if you will please excuse the bad manners while wearing sunglasses here. It's really bright, but I would so much rather have this little conversation with y'all out here in the glory of this day than sitting inside with no sunlight on the top of my head and on my nose that I can see in this video right now. Anyway, I wanted to talk with you guys just real quick. I'm not going to go off too much about this because what I would really rather is for this to open up a conversation between all of you and me and then all of us as a group. Hot button topic right now for folks. How do I shift my energy away from the sticky negative energy that is around me back into the positive energy that I'm craving, the positive energy that I'm trying to create within my life? How can I not let this negative energy, these negative people, these negative circumstances, these negative thoughts, feelings, and emotions, how can I not let all that negative crap stick to me and then be able to shift back into the positive way of thinking, feeling, being, inviting positive situations into my reality? How can I shift away from the negativity back into the positivity easily and quickly? And you can, and it is really easy, and that's what I really want to talk about right now. I've been hearing so much about this that I feel like I'm turning into a broken record right now with people at the shop, my own clients, my friends and family, people on my Facebook page, on the Facebook group. This is everywhere. And so, like I said, I feel like I'm some kind of broken record right now. To answer that question, what I've been saying over and over again to folks is that it's about detachment. To detach. I use that word, detachment or detach, and people look at me like, oh my God, that means I have to get rid of stuff. How am I going to get rid of that? I can't get rid of my kids. My kids make me feel negatively. I can't get rid of them. Oh, how do you want me to detach from my children? How do you want me to detach from my boss, from my work environment, from the negative Nelly that sits on the other side of the cubicle from me? I have to go to work every day. You want me to detach? That doesn't make any sense. So this is where the broken record thing starts. I've been talking so much about this lately. I want you to consider a different definition of the word detachment. And this is what I want our conversation to really be about. So after this video is over, I would really, really love comments, be it on YouTube or be it on Facebook. I would really love comments. I want questions. I want feedback. I want different perspectives. I want to know how you guys feel about this different definition of detachment. For me, personally, and in my experience working with people, detachment is defined as backing away from something. So whether it's a thought, feeling, emotion, situation, person, whatever the case may be, backing away from something far enough to allow that something to evolve as it's naturally going to turn into whatever it's naturally going to. So I can detach from my boyfriend without breaking up with him. All I need to do that, please excuse the airplane flying overhead. All I need to do that is to give him enough space to live his life, to do the things in his daily life the way that he wants to, the way that he makes his heart, the way that it makes his heart glad, the way that it makes sense to him, to give him enough space to operate like that. And then that gives him the allowance to evolve and to develop as he's naturally going to. Who am I to change him? I'm nobody to change him. I don't want to change him. I really like him the way he is. I don't want that to change. I can't control him, nor do I want to try. I want to control my own thoughts, my own feelings, my own energy. I want to change my own thoughts, my own feelings, my own energy. It is a complete waste of energy to try to control somebody else's thoughts, feelings, emotions, energy, belief systems, other people's situations, their physical life. It is a complete waste of energy to do that. And that's when we're left feeling really defeated because we're unsuccessful in doing those things. We can't change other people. There's a whole lot of situations that we are powerless to change. And the more we try and the more we hold on to the obligation of needing to change that negative thing, the more defeated we are, the more we're defeated we end up, because we're not successful in that feat. We're not successful in changing that thing. And then that's where the negativity sticks to us. Man, that really sucks. I really don't like the way he does that. Ugh. And then there's my focus. I'm really focused on, I don't like the way he does that. He needs to do that different, or so I think, right? He needs to do that different. The way he does that thing makes me feel like this, and I don't like it. Okay? He does it that way. You don't like the way it feels. That's a really good thing to know. Now is the moment for you to just back away enough to give him some space to allow whatever it is that's going on within him to just develop naturally. And then see what it looks like on the other side of that development. And then you can start making some choices about if you want to invite that into your life or not. But you can't change it. You can't control it. Okay? Detachment is about backing away from something far enough to allow it to develop into whatever it's naturally going to be. It's not about getting rid of stuff. You don't have to get rid of stuff. Your kids are a really great example of this. Kids are these constantly growing, evolving little creatures. I have 2 of them. My goodness, they are constantly growing and evolving. And not all of it is the way that I want it to be. But I am detached enough from my 2 children, these 2 human beings that came from my own body. I am detached enough from my own 2 children to be able to step back far enough to allow them to grow and learn and develop as they are naturally going to. So much of that I can't control. And as I step back in that observational way, if I can step back here and just kind of observe how they're evolving and growing and changing, then I'm more clear about how it is that I can support them as an individual and how that support fits into my happiness and my satisfaction and my environment and what it is that I'm wanting to create for myself and my own reality. I'm more in control of creating my own reality. I am in no control of creating somebody else's reality. Complete waste of energy. Complete and total. So as you're backing away from that negative thing and you're watching it develop into whatever it is that it's going to naturally develop into, because you're not attached to it, you're just watching it do its own thing and just see what it's turning into, now you can make a really clear, really informed, really conscious choice on what about that thing is honestly yours, and what about that thing do you have control of to change, and what don't you? Or maybe it becomes this really clear choice of whether you just want it or not. And then you have the confidence and the clarity to be able to get up and take action on that choice. Ooh, I'm seeing how that's developing over there. I don't think I want that. So, good luck to you and good luck to it and goodbye. That's okay. I'm going this way because I'm focusing my energy on creating what it is that I want to create in my reality. Right? And so when it comes to our kids or our bosses or our family members or our coworkers or, those good people in our lives that either we don't want to get rid of or we can't, then the shift back to the positivity, away from the negative, and the shift back to yourself and your own wants and your own desires and what it is that you're wanting to bring into your life becomes about accepting the fact that you cannot change A, B, and C. You cannot control A, B, and C. So all that does is it takes A, B, and C off of your to-do list. And if A, B, and C is not junking up your to-do list, then you are more clear and more focused on spending all your energy and all your good thoughts and all your good feelings on D, E, and F, and D, E, and F is all about you. It has nothing to do with it or them or that. It's all about you. And that's ultimately what you have control of, is you and your energy and your thoughts and your feelings. And so at the beginning part of this process, as you're retraining yourself, reprogramming yourself out of needing to control all of this external stimulus and all of these other people's emotions, thoughts, belief systems, reactions, and so on and so forth, right? You're now refocusing on yours and what it is that you want. And so you are detaching from the negativity of those things that you cannot control, and you're refocused, laser focused, and confidently so on what it is that you can control and what it is that you can change. And that always makes us feel better. We have power over our own lives. We have control over our own reactions, and all of this external stuff that I have now detached from, because I am okay with just stepping back and letting that thing over there develop into whatever it is that it is naturally going to develop into. I now repurpose my energy and my thoughts and my feelings on the things that I'm wanting to create and the things that I'm wanting to bring into my reality. So in a pinch, like I said, when you're practicing this, in a pinch, you're in a grocery store and the customer service person is just in the worst mood ever, and there's a ton of cranky customers around you, right? And you're just really feeling this because the line is really long and you got someplace to be, and you're like, all these people are cranky. I'm needing to get this done. I'm starting to feel cranky too. It is up to you in that moment to say no. And if you have to say it out loud, I support that. If it needs to be an internal monologue, it's whatever works for you, right? You say, no, that person's energy is not my energy. I'm going to get done what I need to get done in the time frame that I need to get it done. Okay, that person needs to have their moment or their feeling or whatever. Okay, that's fine. Now, start looking around for something that you do want to see. Ooh, look at the magazine cover. Ooh, look at those beautiful flowers in the floral department. It is up to you to take that moment to shift what it is that you're paying attention to. And if you can shift what you're paying attention to, then you're going to feel your feelings shift right along with it. And all of that negative crap from the grocery store is not going to stick to you. And so now you're not going to be cranky when you get home from the grocery store with your husband and your kids, or your wife and your kids, or I don't know, whatever it is, whoever it is. You're not going to be cranky and being like, man, the grocery store just now sucked so bad and all of this. Blah, 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 blah. Instead, you're like, wow, folks were really grumpy at the grocery store, but I really hope they have a really great day, and I just got the most beautiful box of strawberries I've ever seen. I can't wait to eat them. Quick focus shift. Okay, ooh, you're cranky, right on, but look, I've got these super yummy strawberries in my bag. I can't wait to eat them. They're gonna be so good. I know, it sounds easy, it sounds cheesy even, but seriously, you guys, the key to success with this is detachment. And detachment does not mean getting rid of something. Detachment means allowing something to be what it's going to naturally be. When you see what that something is going to naturally be on its own, you have more information to make decisions based on you and what you're wanting to bring into your reality. That's more clear information to make better decisions for you with. That's all detachment is, you guys. It's not this big nasty word of having to really, work on getting rid of a bunch of stuff or getting rid of a bunch of people. It's not about cord cutting. It's not about clearing your energy. Go get some Reiki because you got to clear all of this shit out of you, right? No, you don't need to do that. I mean, it helps totally. And if you need extra support in that, then it's so great that we have all these wonderful energy therapies available to us, for added support on this. But ultimately, even those energy therapies are just trying to get these energies to detach from you. Not trying to get rid of it. You can't get rid of negativity in the world. There's always going to be something. There's always going to be something. What you can get rid of is the obligation to fix the negativity. You can't fix it necessarily. Sometimes you can. Generally speaking, you cannot fix the negativity. You see it for what it is. You learn the lesson that it is there to show you, and then you move on. And it doesn't stick that way. You're not attaching to it. You're allowing it to be whatever it's naturally going to be. If it's allowed to be what it's naturally going to be, then you're going to gain the information from it that you're needing to gain. If you gain information from it, now you're empowered. You have more to go on when it comes to making these decisions and making these shifts. You're empowered by that. If you're empowered by that, you're confident in your ability to shift. So, try it out. Try it out in the big and the small ways. And seriously, I don't want this to be, just a video here. Your input on this is so huge and so key for everybody because, again, we have all these different definitions for these words for each of us. And, I'm really challenging you all to bring this definition of detachment into your reality and see how that doesn't strengthen your ability to shift out of negative energy back into the positive energy that you're actually craving. And so I really want all your feedback. I want your comments. I want your questions. And so for all of us, the group of us, to even have a group conversation about this would just be hugely valuable from all sorts of different perspectives. Give me examples. Give me examples of like, yeah, Christy, that sounds great, but how do I do that in this example in my life? Give me some examples. Let's talk about it. Let's make this real. If you can give me some examples on how to apply this to your life, I can give you some examples on how to apply this to your life. And so can the rest of the people in the group and our wonderful little community we have going here. And so really reach out. Let me know what you think. Let me know what your comments are. Let me know what your questions are. And we're going to keep this conversation going because I have a sneaking suspicion I'm not done having this talk yet with people. So think on that. Try it out. Experiment with it in different areas. And then let me know how it's going. And let's see how we can make it work better. In the meantime, I'm wishing everybody the most beautiful day. And if it's not as beautiful as you want it to be, I hope you do something to try to make it that way. Okay, talk to y'all later.